Live from KSAT 12. The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
After the recent deaths of cyclists on San Antonio streets, those in the cycling community have made it clear they feel there is work to do in our city. May is actually National Bike Month, and today the city recognized that with a proclamation.
Council chambers proved bike friendly today, but cyclists say the city's streets, a different matter. Garrett Berger tells us how San Antonio is planning to improve the cycling experience in our city in years to come.
Even on a day celebrating bicycles, conversations generally turn to how much is left to do.
We need to take every opportunity to build a city that is cyclist friendly.
City data from the Vision Zero program shows hundreds of bike crashes every year, and usually several deaths.
It is absolutely unacceptable that to ride your bike is a dangerous activity.
The death 2 years ago of Tito Bradshaw, a prominent member of the biking community, still looms large.
Could have been anybody, could have been any of us.
Brian Martin, the executive director of Bike San Antonio, says the city needs better infrastructure for cyclists. Protected bike lanes, he says, make bicycling a valid form of transportation.
And that's really what we're looking for, is how can my kid ride his bike to school safely without feeling like he's going to get hit by a car.
The city's transportation director says they'll be looking for funding during the upcoming budget talks to update the city's decade-old master bike plan.
We've identified activity centers, we've identified corridors, we've identified where people want to be. This plan is going to build upon that and determine what's the best place, what are the priorities, and how do we get there in terms of funding.
Ultimately, they hope to have a bike-friendly system so San Antonians can safely cruise on 2 wheels and not just 4.
Tomorrow's Bike to Work Day, so if you've got one, maybe consider dusting it off and riding it in. Just make sure you map out a safe route first. I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
We have learned the name of the man police say was hit and killed by a car outside of an apartment complex Tuesday morning. The Bexar County Medical Examiner has identified him as Kenneth John Rios. This happened alongside Data Point Drive. San Antonio police say officers were actually responding to a call for shots fired when they found Rios's body. The car investigators say hit him was found crashed into the leasing office here. The man driving that car taken in for questioning. So far, no word on any charges, but police were told that Rios was involved in some sort of disturbance before he was killed.
They are still checking at Mission Mitsubishi to see how many more new vehicles had their catalytic converters stolen overnight. So far, the general manager puts that number at least 50. Employees have spent the day driving the now much noisier vehicles to a nearby storage lot and checking the rest of the inventory. Although they were parked in the front lot facing San Pedro, they say since it happened about 2:30 or 3 in the morning, not a lot of traffic at that hour, and they were under the vehicles. The co-owner of Mission Mitsubishi says they could be the same thieves who've hit dealerships in Dallas and Austin. The precious metals inside each catalytic converter are sold to what they believe are unscrupulous scrap metal dealers.
A prudent person would have enough reason to believe that it's stolen, then you're engaging in something criminal.
He says any vehicle parked out in the open is a perfect target for these thieves. It only takes a few minutes to remove the catalytic converters from beneath the vehicle, and they're gone. The owner says SAPD is reviewing surveillance footage that shows at least 2 men were in the dealership's parking lot.
From trying to stop a crime to becoming a victim himself. That's what a man says happened to him early this morning when he was shot in the middle of a busy street on North Zarzamora near West Salinas. As Katrina Weber reports, police are still searching for the shooter who, for now, may have gotten away with 2 crimes.
This is the commotion after the calm. What had been a peaceful night in this West Side neighborhood.
I heard a gunshot loud and clear. And when I heard it, I kind of got scared.
Brenda Blakely, who was cleaning a parking lot around the corner, says her first thought was to hide. When she worked up the nerve to look, she saw San Antonio police rushing toward North Zarzamora near West Salinas. In the middle of that intersection, police say they found a 47-year-old man with a gunshot wound in his side.
I heard a gunshot loud and clear. And when I heard it, I kind of got scared.
Police say the victim himself was able to tell them what happened. They say he told them he confronted some men who were breaking into cars shortly before 5 this morning, then got into an argument and tried to walk away. One of the men, he says, pulled out a gun and shot him. The victim was rushed to a hospital while the other men ran away. Police didn't find them, but did locate some shell casings in a nearby parking lot. Police say they also found surveillance video in this area, and they plan to look at it to see if it holds any clues. They say so far the description of the people involved in the shooting is vague. 3 men, all in their 20s. But investigators hope after questioning the victim again, they'll find out more. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at 6, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced us to make a lot of changes. For the judicial system, that means embracing new technology, a way to try cases that is designed to make the system operate more efficiently. Paul Venema takes us to a training session for defense attorneys, preparing them for the resumption of jury trials next month with the new technology in place.
At this time, the court is going to call cause number 60.
Since last March, when the pandemic began, these remote Zoom proceedings were how most courtroom business was conducted. Now, as a result of federal funding through the CARES Act, things are changing.
This is just another layer that we're adding to the technology. I'm going to show you everything you need to know.
Judge Vivian Mesa is conducting a series of training sessions for defense attorneys, teaching them how to use $10,000 worth of new audio-visual equipment. It's already in use by the state, paid for through that federal funding. The technology is challenging, most defense attorneys say, but necessary.
It's going to put us more on par with how the state already presents their cases because they already use a lot of technology.
Technology that takes Zoom proceedings a step further.
And then once it says ready, click on it again. I think that having everything controlled from your own device, your own handheld device or your computer will actually speed things up.
But not immediately, say some lawyers.
It'll be a little bumpy at first, but I think once we start going and practicing and rolling with everything, it's going to be fantastic.
And it's straight from my iPad.
Inclusive and fair, according to Judge Mesa.
It's very expansive. It's a very good system.
Paul Venema, KSAT 12 News.
To time saver traffic now, let's take a look at the TransGuide camera here at Highway 281, Loop 410 West. The interchange, you can see that slow going in the lanes above and below down in the main lanes of 410. No real reason for this, but it is 6 o'clock. New at 6, summer school will look different this year. School districts across Bexar County are expanding their summer school programs to help students who fell behind because of the pandemic. In Northside ISD, typically for high school students, they have one campus host summer school. But this year, every school in the district will now offer it. Tiffany Huertas with that story.
I became lazy over time. Didn't want to do anything, really.
Jacob Chandler, a junior at Warren High School, says remote learning during the pandemic was challenging. He says there were a lot of changes in his life.
My grandpa caught COVID 2 times. He was hospitalized.
Chandler will be attending summer school this year.
I hope to get all my credits that I need and just to pass, really.
Valerie Sisk, principal at Warren High School, says students faced challenges.
There's been a lot of at-home distractions that take them away from being fully involved in the learning. There's lots of our students who went to work. Parents lost jobs.
At Warren High School, about 100 students typically attend summer school. This year, more than 700 students will be attending.
The ultimate goal this summer is just to give these students an opportunity to recover some of the learning that has been lost.
Sisk says summer school will be in person. Different resources will be available, including counselors to support students. She has a message to students who have fallen behind.
This is your future. It's not over. Don't tap out. We are here to help you be successful. And so let's just get this done. The pandemic won't stop us from what we really need to do.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Look at live cam right now. 87 degrees, certainly the temperature rising and
creeping up there. But this is a day that makes you smile, though. Some good sunshine.
We need some of these days.
Yeah, this is a good day to see. Nice to have that out there. And just some fair weather clouds passing by. Anticipate a return to more cloudiness in our weather pattern here in the coming days. Actually, earlier this morning, 59 degrees. That's well below average. The average being 68. Then we made it into the mid 80s for the high. Take a look at readings right now at the airport. 84, Stinson 87, Helotes at 88, Castroville 87, Comfort now at 85. 95 degrees. And some locations at the 90-degree mark. You get to Laredo 92 along with Del Rio, but those are the exceptions out there. Pretty quiet out there this evening. Not bad, mostly clear. Temperatures falling down into the mid-70s by 10 p.m. Midnight, some clouds starting to develop, those low clouds with that breeze off the Gulf of Mexico, and then fog likely to start the day tomorrow. Some areas of fog in the morning, 66 when you wake up. By the afternoon, mid-80s again, and some sunshine. But notice we've got some thunderstorm chances for the second part of the day tomorrow. Afternoon and evening, some widely separated or spotty pop-up showers and storms should develop, especially along and east of I-35. I want to really quickly point out NOAA's 2021 Atlantic Basin hurricane forecast is in. 60% chance that it's a slightly above average season with 13 to 20 named storms, of them about 6 to 10 hurricanes. Newest drought monitor and weekend rain chances coming up in a few.
Turning now to the briefing on COVID-19 in our community, an update, of course, on the vaccination effort. And we're continuing to hear from faith leaders in our community urging people to go out and get their shots.
Yeah, Dr. Kenneth Kemp, the pastor at Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, is scheduled to be one of the guests during today's briefing, and also an update on how many people have been immunized so far. Let's go to City Hall.
Bexar County, as well as Dr. and Reverend Kenneth Kemp, who will be talking a little bit about the vaccination process that he and his congregation have been through. And this is our COVID-19 update for the San Antonio community. Today's vaccination report shows that 995,047 individuals have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and 741,238 people have been fully vaccinated. We're very close to 1 million people in our community, and we can't wait to get there. We'll probably be there by Monday. 59.9% of our Bexar County population have received at least one dose, and 44.6% of the population are fully vaccinated, and that includes all eligible populations, so that's 12 and up. And a reminder that 12 and up can receive the Pfizer COVID vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine is the only vaccine approved at this time for 12 to 15-year-olds. You can receive that vaccination at our public health labs, and that includes the Alamo Dome, from noon to 8 p.m. Wednesday through Friday without an appointment. It's important to note that only locations providing the Pfizer vaccine can administer a vaccine to 12 to 18-year-olds. Consent from a parent or legal guardian is required for 12 to 15-year-olds. If you prefer to book an appointment, they are also available by booking at covid19.sanantonio.gov, or you can call 311. A reminder that as appointments become available, and they're plentiful at this point, you can subscribe to vaccine alerts by texting vaccine or vacuna to 55000. Let me turn it over to County Commissioner Justin Rodriguez for a county update.
Great. Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, everybody. As the Mayor mentioned, the numbers are looking much better with respect to overall vaccination rates at the county hospital, University Health. Over 443,000 now have been fully vaccinated, or excuse me, total doses 440,000, and about half of that, 212,000, fully vaccinated out at the Wonderland site. As the Mayor mentioned as well, the 12 to 15-year-olds just became eligible over the last week or so. University Health has administered to date a little over 5,360 first doses to that 12 to 15-year-old population. So those numbers are looking good. I think we have to keep in mind, too, that as the CDC changes their regulations, we know the governor has also come out with an order with respect to masks. There is going to be, a certain number of folks, certain population that are going to continue to wear masks. Let's continue to be respectful of that. Let's be compassionate. There'll be private businesses, I'm sure, that continue to require or ask patrons to wear masks, all in terms of safety and making sure that our population is being considerate of one another. So with that in mind, we do have, as the Mayor mentioned, someone who wears two hats. He's a reverend and a doctor, medical doctor, Reverend Dr. Kenneth Kemp from Antioch Baptist Church, and I'd like to pass it over to him to say a few words.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Mayor, for allowing us to have an opportunity to say something today. I want to encourage everybody, listen, go get those vaccines. It's extremely important. I want to congratulate our leaders for encouraging our community to get vaccinated, and now we're almost at 1 million people having been fully vaccinated. Almost, not quite there, but getting close. We need to do this to protect ourselves, to protect our families, and to protect our community. Listen, we've been involved in setting up or participating with Metro Health and setting up a pop-up clinic at our church. And we're going to have the second pop-up clinic at our church coming up this Sunday. That's how much we believe in this. And we get vaccinated, we can go to church, we can go visit grandchildren and children and family, and feel comfortable in what we're doing and knowing that we're safe. So I encourage you, everybody, to go get that vaccine.
Thank you very much, Reverend Kemp, and we are grateful to you and your congregation for hosting that pop-up clinic for vaccines. I guess a few weeks ago now. It was very successful. Looking forward to another successful clinic this weekend.
Go get those vaccines. That's the word of Reverend Dr. Kenneth Kemp from Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, encouraging people to get vaccinated.
Even talking about how the church will host its second pop-up clinic for vaccinations this coming Sunday, talking about how it's a way to protect all of us, yourself, your family, those people that you know and love. As far as the vaccination effort goes at this point in our community, we are very close to hitting 1 million people who have received their first dose, 995,000 people so far. As far as those fully vaccinated, just over 741,000 people within Bexar County.
Yeah, and it was interesting. I was glad that the mayor clarified that we're talking about 59.9% of eligible people 12 and up in Bexar County. So, it's not the entire population, but it's of the eligible.
Those who can get the vaccine.
Population.
Yes.
And of course, Commissioner Justin Rodriguez also saying that they've done more than 5,000 12 and up at the Wonderland of America's Mall. So the effort continues. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, it is Thursday, and I know we're going to get to all things thermometers coming up a little bit later, but right now it's all things drought monitor-wise.
I was waiting for that.
It's so good. I love bringing you good news here, especially in terms of the drought monitor. And let's start with it. Here's a closer look at South Texas. Big improvements over the past few weeks. And then overall as a state, we've seen about a 10% reduction in drought over the past week. But you'll compare it to January 1st, and we've seen an even bigger dent in that drought. January 1st, the start of this year, start of the calendar year, 81% of the state was in drought. Now we're at 33%. So we're at a third of the state. Most of that is just southwest of San Antonio, but especially West Texas and parts of the Western Panhandle. Coming up next half hour, when we have a little more time, I'll give you a comparison of our local drought monitor just 3 weeks ago compared to today, and it's quite astonishing. Like seeing it. Quiet across most of Texas. We had some showers northeast, and this is all coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. There's a disturbance here along with this big dip in the upper level flow. Out ahead of that dip, that's where you have the best energy, and that trough is actually going to move its way westward a little bit as we get into the weekend, so our rain chances will be gradually rising in the days ahead. Tomorrow afternoon and evening, 30% chance. Most of it's going to be east of I-35, but ultimately some could make it to San Antonio. Saturday, especially in the afternoon, some widely separated showers and thunderstorms, 40%. Then by Sunday, we boosted up to 60%. We have a little higher confidence that we have some slightly better forcing for some showers into Sunday. Now, keep in mind, right now, the odds of severe storms, very low. We're just looking at mainly some rainers and garden variety storms with some lightning and thunder. Temperatures near 80 through the weekend, back to 90 the middle of next week.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
All right. The Spurs, their season is over, but there's so many questions. And one of them, the growth of this rookie that they just, had a great year.
He did, yeah. Devin Vassell really showed what he can do when he got the minutes to play. And he is bummed out, like the rest of the Spurs, that they did not win their play-in game. They will not be making the playoffs. So he pretty much says they're going to make the playoffs again. And boxer Mario Barrios went toe-to-toe with Gervonta Davis today. We got it coming up. Down down 21 points multiple times in the first quarter last night. The Spurs fought back to take the lead twice in the fourth frame, only to see Memphis hold on to win 100-96 in the play-in tournament. It was a rough night shooting for the Spurs, who made 34 of 97 attempts for 35% from the floor, down from the regular season average of 46.2%. DeMar DeRozan went 5 of 21 overall. The Grizzlies' Dylan Brooks did a fantastic job defensively on DeMar. DeJounte Murray shot 4 for 17. Both guys topped 45% field goal percentage this season, and both shot just around 23% last night in their season-ending loss.
If one of us just had a decent shoot night, it would have changed the game for sure. We just couldn't get nothing to fall. There's a lot of shots that I took that felt good. Felt like I got to my spot. A lot of shots that DJ took that looked good that he normally make. Just one of those nights when the ball just didn't want to drop for us. We couldn't get a rhythm offensively, but we fought, man, and we put ourselves in a hole early. We fought all the way back and had the game. Let a couple possessions slip away from us, and that kind of hurt us.
The Spurs went 45 consecutive seasons without missing the playoffs in consecutive years. That streak is done after they were eliminated from the play-in tournament last night, officially missing the playoffs now 2 seasons in a row. Here's what Devin Vassell told Keldon Johnson after the game, and Keldon agrees.
I just talked to Keldon and I said, it's the last time that we don't make the playoffs. Feeling that energy in the playing game, and I don't really know what a playoff game feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the closest thing I got to a playoff game, and just the energy in the field that I got was giving me chills, honestly. Like, I love playing this game, and, I'm really just focused on getting better and improving for next year.
Definitely. I think 100%. I feel like, we hungry, and we ready to get back to it, and, it's not a good feeling not making the playoffs. I can tell you that.
Spurs will probably look different next season as they have 5 unrestricted free agents in DeMar DeRozan, Patty Mills, Rudy Gay, Gorgui Dieng, and Trey Lyles. Trey's the only one of those guys under 30, but appears to be on his way out. At 32 years old, Patty's the longest tenured player on the Spurs, and DeMar is 31 and will likely be highly sought after now that he's evolved into more of a playmaker to go along with his scoring. Today in Atlanta, unbeaten WBA super lightweight world champion Mario Barrios met undefeated and 4-time world champ Gervonta Davis ahead of the world title clash next month at State Farm Arena in Atlanta for Mario's title belt. Barrios is 26-0 with 17 wins by knockout. Davis 24-0 with 23 KOs. This is a very tough bout for both, and Davis is moving up 2 classes to 140 pounds to fight El Azteca. Barrios was on stage with Davis today, so we asked if that gets his blood pumping, making him wish he could fight right now.
So something like that, I know, at the end of the day, we got to wait until June 26th, to handle our business. So, it's just, it's kind of just like temptation right there. But, it's okay.
Barrios and Davis will fight in the main event Saturday, June 26 live on Showtime pay-per-view. And by the way, happy birthday to Barrios, who turned 26 on Tuesday. And guys, he was on the way to Atlanta Airport going back to Northern Cal to continue his training.
Yeah. I love the nickname.
Yes.
And the shorts.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all awesome.
Thanks, Larry. Or trunks.
Trunks.
Sorry, I want to talk boxing jargon there.
We'll be right back. It is Thursday, which means we are getting our biggest COVID questions answered with Dr. Ruth Berggren, infectious disease specialist from the Long School of Medicine at UT Health San Antonio. Doctor, thanks as always for taking the time. We're going to talk about where you are coming up in just a few minutes, but I want to start with the topic of booster shots. We know we're still trying to get people to get out and get their first dose of the vaccine, those who haven't gotten it yet, but we're hearing from viewers who are now 6 months or close to it. They're 6 months out from being fully vaccinated. So they're wondering, are they going to have to take a booster shot? Is it time for that? What do we need to know about that topic?
So everybody should stay tuned for more information soon. All of us think that there will probably be a need for another shot, another booster shot. and it will probably be about a year after you got your first one. So far, we haven't gotten any specific instructions on that, so please don't start coming to our vaccination sites for a booster just yet. The other thing the public needs to know is that it does not help to go and get an antibody test to try to decide if you need another shot. There's no correlation and there's no guidance to use antibody testing to determine the need for another shot. So the bottom line is you're probably going to need a booster, not just yet. Hold on, probably about a year after you got your first shot.
Dr. Berggren, I want you to talk first of all about where you are and what's going on. And secondly, I want to talk about the fact that there are some states and cities that are giving incentives like a lottery, that you can win if you get vaccinated. You can take a couple laps around Talladega Speedway if you get vaccinated. Do you think those things are helpful, and would you like to see something like that here?
So I wouldn't want to incentivize our whole population to just wait until someone comes with a check to have them go and get a vaccine. I think the real reason to go get vaccinated is we want to be protected. We want to get ahead of the mutant variants. We want to get to herd immunity. We're not there yet. We're approaching it. These are all the reasons. We want to protect our families and our loved ones. But for those people that just kind of haven't gotten around to it and they just need a little extra kick in the pants to go get it done, I don't see anything wrong with an incentive. It would only be a problem ethically if the incentives were not distributed fairly amongst populations, or if the incentives were so high that people who are poor feel like they can't refuse it, because that becomes then coercive.
Doctor, talk about where you are right now. What's your mission out there this evening?
So I am part of UT Health's Mobile Vaccine Administration Unit. This is an effort that all of us are really putting a lot of energy into, and we're quite proud of. And we partner with people in the community, people that we have ongoing relationships with, or people who reach out to us. So today, as you can see from what's behind me, I'm at the Now Word Covenant Church on Nacogdoches. And I was actually invited to come here and provide town hall information to the congregants. I was here with my colleague, Dr. Lark Ford from the School of Nursing, and we did a town hall meeting with people from this church right after their church service this past Sunday. And then we were invited to come on site, and we're doing a vaccine drive-through. So I'm indoors in the air conditioning. The vaccine is actually happening out under some canopies in the parking lot of this church. And we have a nice shaded place for the vaccinated people to sit and wait after they've had their vaccine. We've got nurses, and we've got our UT Health van, and we're giving Pfizer, which means that we'll be back here in 21 days for the second dose for everybody who got vaccinated here today.
That's exciting. I want to get quickly to some of the questions that we have for you. Do vaccinated 80-year-olds need to be more cautious about unmasking and distancing than others, than the rest of the population, I guess that asks?
So if everybody remembers the CDC guidelines for what's safe and not safe, vaccinated versus unvaccinated, the color-coded charts that's circulating, they don't have any distinction by age. So there is no specific guidance about people that are older than 80, but I'll tell you, some research is coming out and has been published in very credible infectious disease journals looking at the titers of antibodies. That's the immune defense that's elicited by vaccine, and it looks like those neutralizing antibody titers are lower or less likely to be elicited in the elderly, in people over the age of 80. Now, that's not the only parameter that matters, and there's other forms of immunity besides neutralizing antibody. There are cell-related immunity, but it makes us be a little concerned that we need to watch this older population very carefully. We know that there are some less healthy immune system people, like people with solid organ transplants, for instance, who are not fully protected from the vaccine, and other people who might be on medicines that suppress the immune system. Those people might not get fully protected from the vaccine. What this means is we should be careful around those people. So if you go to the doctor's office, you know you're going to be around older folks, around people who may have cancer, who may be immunosuppressed for many reasons. We should all be wearing our masks around those people, and we need to be watching. Remember, we're not very far into this whole vaccination story. I got vaccinated in December. It hasn't been a year yet. We're still learning. But we worry that older folks or people who are immunocompromised may have less protection from the vaccine than the rest of us, and it's one of the reasons why we want to wear our masks when we go to doctors' offices as well as hospitals and nursing homes.
And Doctor, I want to ask you about what we continue to hear about coming out of India, just the incredible challenge that they are facing with COVID-19. And we know that we've seen what's played out in other countries make its way to the U.S. in some cases. So is there an issue with possibly what's happening in India, the variant there, affecting us here in San Antonio?
So it really should be a concern. I'm happy to report that India looks like they peaked in terms of their surge, their current surge around the 6th of May, and things are beginning to come down. But coming down still means they're having more than 250,000 new cases every day, and they're having ongoing high numbers of deaths. And the reason that we think this is happening is that they have a mutant variant that appears to be more infectious than the earlier types of virus that were circulating. The India variant has been reported in the United States, not everywhere, but in a number of states where they've been looking for it. They're doing genetic sequencing. So that means that we could, in fact, see the India variant here. Good news, vaccines protect against the India variant. Bad news, this variant is more infectious than the COVID we're used to seeing, and it could wreak havoc in the unvaccinated population. So come on in, everybody, and get vaccinated.
Just another reason to. Dr. Ruth Berggren from the Long School of Medicine at UT Health San Antonio. As always, we appreciate your time.
Glad to be with you.
We'll be right back. Bad news for people still holding on to their Internet Explorer. It is going away next year. Microsoft says it is ending support for Internet Explorer 11. Internet Explorer debuted in 1995 and was once the most used web browser, but now Microsoft says Internet Explorer is slow, less secure, and no longer compatible with many modern web tasks. Windows users will still have access to Microsoft Edge, the company's modern browser. Support for Internet Explorer 11 will end on June 15th, 2022.
So Internet Explorer and my AOL probably should rethink those.
You really should.
Yeah.
Steve,
how about my MySpace account?
I've been telling you, Netscape Navigator, bro. Come on.
Netscape Navigator.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
I'm just not sure this stuff will work with my Commodore. All right, it is Thermometer Thursday, my friend.
That's right. I do have a winner of this beautiful homemade thermometer behind me that was finished just the other week. 84 degrees right now. By 8 o'clock, about 81, 10 o'clock, mid-70s. Beautiful evening. Nice to have a little sunshine. Everything's really green out there. And big improvements to the drought monitor. We're going to take a look at 3 weeks ago compared to this week and talk about our rain chances headed into the weekend coming right up.
We're not even done with our chances, but the rain that we've already seen, it's making a big difference around here, Adam.
A dent.
A big dent in the drought. Some places even in drought-busting rainfall over the past 3 to 4 weeks. So let's get right to it. Jump right in. This is the drought monitor from 3 weeks ago. Okay, you see all that red on the screen indicating the extreme and the exceptional drought across a good portion of South Texas. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and look at that. We wiped away all the exceptional drought. Now we have a little bit of extreme drought left over. Dimmitt, parts of LaSalle County, and especially Webb County and points southward. But this also does not take into account the rainfall that we had yesterday or even Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. So next week's will likely to be even more improved. I expect this to be all wiped away east of San Antonio and east of I-35 and to be improved farther south of town as well by this time next week when we get the more recent and the newest drought monitor, which takes into account the most recent rainfall of just yesterday even. West Texas, that is the really dry spot now, still in the extreme and exceptional drought. I wish we could send them some of our rain, but unfortunately it's not in the work right now. Here's our weather pattern. Here's what we have set up. Dip in the upper level flow has a little disturbance over the western Gulf of Mexico, and it's on the east side, the front side of that dip, that trough that we have, where you have the real flow of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico and just being funneled into East Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and points northward, actually all the way going up into Canada. It's just a funnel of moisture. Well, that disturbance is going to drift westward as we approach the weekend, and that's going to gradually boost our rain chances a little bit more again. Not everybody's going to be seeing rain, but we'll have pockets of it. Let's look at our futurecast. I like how it shows the fog developing tomorrow morning. Anticipate some reduced visibility for the morning commute to start the day tomorrow. Rain and storm chances don't really enter the picture into the afternoon and early evening. Most of it's going to be east of I-35, especially between I-10 and I-37. Nonetheless, some showers could very well work their way and ultimately make it into San Antonio and Bexar County and surrounding communities. So that's why we have that about 30% chance tomorrow afternoon and evening. Severe storm chances, very low for the foreseeable future here. We get into Saturday, low clouds to start the day. As we progress into the afternoon, more showers develop east of town and our rain chances start to go up Saturday afternoon and especially Saturday evening. Around San Antonio, we're thinking about 40% into Sunday, even more likely. Slightly better coverage, so about 60% chance. And that's the peak of our rain and storm chances. Again, severe storm chances are really low. It's just more garden variety activity, some heavy rain with a little bit of lightning and thunder associated with it. 92 Del Rio and Laredo, 85 in Pleasanton, 83 Gonzales, 84 in San Antonio. By tomorrow morning, we're looking at mid to upper 60s. Canyon Lake 68, Carrizo Springs 68. Here in San Antonio, it'll be 66 in the morning. By the afternoon, near 90 degrees west of town, but mostly mid 80s around here. Timberwood Park 83, Lackland 85, Lavernia 85, and Seguin 84. That morning fog will lead to some afternoon sunshine. Then we have those afternoon and evening isolated or widely separated showers and thunderstorms. We get into the weekend, highs for the most part around the 80-degree mark, and we still have some scattered activity as we get into Monday. And then next week, back to the 90-degree mark by Wednesday. Happy Thurs! I've been working hard on the thermometer, especially today because it was so beautiful and quiet out there. I was able to get some scales done and even fix a few that had me scratching my head. Anyway, I want to give a quick shout out to Marielle and Enrique making it from Cotulla today.
Nice.
They made the trek. They picked up their homemade thermometer. We know they're watching right now for their evening happy hour in Cotulla. All right, so let's get to this week's winner. We've got a new winner for you. The beautiful thermometer behind me, Lambert Jaskinia of San Antonio. I hope I said your last name right. Lambert, that's easy. Yeah. Lambert J, the one who I sent the email to just a little bit ago. All right, congrats. You can go to ksat.com/thermometer to enter the drawing.
I'm glad we had a thermometer Thursday. If I remember right, the weather interrupted thermometer Thursday last week.
Yeah, it gets in the way.
Yeah, no wonder you were so excited.
In case you missed it, coming up next.
Here's today's In Case You Missed It.
And good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, May 20th. Police and Crime Stoppers are asking for your help solving an arson case. It happened back on February 20th, right after that big winter storm at Main Street Bar. Police say 2 suspects were caught on camera trying to light the building on fire. Investigators say they need help identifying the person in the brown jacket and black hat.
But first, Israel and Hamas agreeing to a ceasefire ending the 11-day war. That announcement made just a few hours ago.
The war has caused widespread destruction in the Gaza Strip, killing hundreds of people as a result.
That's what SUVs sound like without catalytic converters. Dozens of brand new vehicles without any were being moved to a nearby storage lot. Their catalytic converters had been stolen overnight, one right after another.
New details. We now know the name of a man shot and killed in the parking lot of a convenience store last night. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office identifying him as 25-year-old Cameron Woods. When police arrived, they found Woods with multiple gunshot wounds to the chest, along with a large crowd of witnesses.
If you got the jab, you can ditch the mask at Fiesta's famous All Night in Old San Antonio. NIOSA officials making that announcement that vaccinated people will not be required to wear masks. This year's event runs from June 22nd to the 25th. A limited number of tickets will be sold online for each night, allowing for social distancing. A new addition this year, touchless and cashless pay systems with a wristband. This means no more waiting in line for food or drink tickets.
The chicken sandwich wars may have jumped the shark. The latest entry into the fray, yeah, it's not even a sandwich. It's a limited edition chip from Pringles. But the chicken sandwich connection, apparently it's deeper than that.
I would try them. Pringles is teaming up with Wendy's to promote the chain's spicy chicken sandwich. The new Pringles will only be available for a limited time starting in June. And here's something that might grab your attention. People who buy a can will also get a code for a free spicy chicken sandwich.
Ah, okay.
People love free.
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah, there's a little incentive there, huh? All right, mid-80s tomorrow, morning fog, afternoon sun, a few pop-up showers and storms, especially east of I-35, but a few of them could make their way here into San Antonio. Then more scattered activity becoming a little more numerous toward the latter half of the upcoming weekend. Mostly near 80 for highs this weekend.
You ever get the Pringles knuckles? Where you stick your hand in there and try to get the last Pringle and it gets stuck.
That's
and
why you just like a cup of water.
Yeah.
Pringles
you do what you got to do.
You drink the end of the Pringles.
See you on the night beat.